History indicates that the Buddha wandered in these floodplains of India somewhere in the 6th and 5th centuries BC. A few millennia later, in a renewed world, this is one of the largest cities in the mid-Gangetic plains of India, Gorakhpur. It's a city like any other, a magnet to the poor who have no means of livelihood in the village. 1/3 of Gorakhpur's citizens are poor migrants. Located in the foothills of the Himalayas, Gorakhpur falls in the basins of Rohini and Rapti rivers. Its bold shape makes it naturally prone to floods. People have suffered here for generations, but now things are getting worse.
फ्लड के ट्रेंड्स देखें तो बहुत बदले हैं पिछले 25 साल में। नंबर एक कि फ्लड का एक रूटीन टाइम होता था कि अगस्त का महीना या जुलाई का महीना वो पीक पीरियड हुआ करता था। अभी क्या है कि बेस्ट प्रिपेयर्डनेस होने के बावजूद होता क्या है कि फ़्लड की टाइमिंग्स चेंज हो गई हैं। कभी फ़्लड जल्दी आ जाती है, कभी फ़्लड बाद में आती है यूजुअल टाइम से, कभी जो है वो अभी तो पिछले साल में हम लोगों ने देखा कि फ़्लड के 2 पीक्स हो गए। तो ये सारी जो अनसर्टेनिटीज़ हैं वो बढ़ी हैं पिछले 25 सालों में।
Climate data over the last 3 decades shows that Gorakhpur has been shifting towards a muggy climate, meaning there is more temperature and moisture in the atmosphere. Climate projections indicate that this trend is likely to become more intense in the future, resulting in more rains and more floods. Is the city prepared for such a future? But wait. Before we delve into the future, it's worth spending some time on Gorakhpur's present and not so old past. In an earlier time, this was a city of lakes, some 103 of them. The floods seldom lasted for long as these water bodies provided natural storage and drainage for rainwater. Today, 2/3 of these lakes are dead. They have either been turned into sites for illegal construction or dumping grounds for solid waste. As there is no organized solid waste management system, waste is disposed of wherever possible. Along the roads, in the drains, and in low-lying landfills. Open drains carry sewage from homes, as most parts of the city are not covered by an underground sewage system. This raw, untreated sewage is then pumped straight into the already stifled lakes of the city. The housing needs of a burgeoning population are being met through rampant construction in the city's green belt. A zone meant to buffer people from natural disasters like floods is packed with concrete. Next on the casualty list is agricultural land on the fringes of the city. Small farmers with meager returns from farming are easily duped into selling land to unscrupulous middlemen. Chakradoyam on the outskirts of Gorakhpur is a typical peri-urban settlement. It falls outside the municipal boundary, hence it gets no civic amenities. There are a handful of farms around the area. They even look deceptively green, irrigated as they are with sewage that is dumped in their ponds by nearby colonies. So the big question is, if every inch of Gorakhpur is encroached, including its water bodies, its green belt and its peri-urban land, what does it mean for the city?
होई ही सावन
What happens when a regular monsoon comes calling? Unable to find any drainage, trapped within the confines of the city, the rains leave every nook and corner flooded and waterlogged. The real horror unfolds for the poor in days and months after the monsoon has retreated. Shah Jahan lives on a marooned island of sorts, a toxic island of rainwater, waste and sewage. For several months after the monsoon, this is the only way to get out of the house.
जैसे पानी भरता है तो बच्चे भी बीमार पड़ते हैं, नुकसान करता है, हर चीज़ का स्कूल भी नागा हो जाता, पढ़े नहीं जाते हैं, सार सामान ले में बड़ी दिक्कत रहती है, हर चीज़ उधर से भर जाता है, वो दुआरी से तो घर में पानी भर जाता है, तब निकल के सब कोई भागता है, किराए के मकान में आदमी रहता है तो बरसात भर गुजारता है किराए के मकान में। इधर आ जा। अरे हम लोग को तो जिल्लत होती है देखे में।
Stagnant water laden with waste and human feces. It's a lethal cocktail that seeps into the earth and contaminates the groundwater. This is drinking water for the poor. Piped water hasn't reached them as yet. And then there are poor sanitation practices. Where does all this lead to? Beginning July, the pediatric ward of BRD Medical College in Gorakhpur faces a severe manpower crunch. Hapless parents scramble to get their children treated for various water and vector-borne diseases. But the most shocking tragedy unfolds in the pediatric encephalitis ward, a tragedy that grabs the headlines every year but never dies down.
In the encephalitis nightmare in the Gorakhpur region of eastern UP, at least 17 people, mostly children, have died in the last 3 days.
Children are the worst sufferers because they lack immunity against natural infections the city's environment subjects them to.
3,000 children are coming every year. You can imagine that out of those 3,000 children, 500, 600 will die. And those who survive, about 2,500 who survive, 500 of them will be having disability. And another 500 will be having soft disability. Soft disability means that their behavior will be abnormal. Unless the people have improvement in their living standards, the things will not improve.
बहुत दुखी हैं।
These are the tales of today's Gorakhpur. Science predicts that tomorrow's Gorakhpur could be worse off because of an unfamiliar, unfriendlier climate. But is anyone listening? K. Ravindra Nayak, the Divisional Commissioner, puts up a brave defense for the city administration, but says he has limitations.
पॉलिटिकल विल के साथ में ही पब्लिक कोऑपरेशन की क्वालिटी बढ़ती है। तो जब पॉलिटिकल इलेक्टेड लीडर्स अगर वो चाहते हैं, हम लोग करते हैं, बट उसका लॉन्ग टर्म में जब इंक्रोचमेंट जितना हटाते हैं और जितना हटाने के स्पीड से हटाते हैं उतने स्पीड से फिर री इंक्रोचमेंट होता रहता है।
That the politician has to be sensitive to these issues. If the person in power whom we have elected, the representative, is not sensitive, then I am sorry to say, because our constitution is such that every work gets done through the elected representative. So if the elected representative आपका अच्छा नहीं है, आपका MP, MLA, मेयर जो भी है वो अगर sensitized नहीं है इन issues को लेके, तो आपका शहर ऐसे ही रहेगा. Live with it or you leave it.
It's easy to be cynical, but then what about the role of citizens themselves? And what about their responsibility towards the affairs of the city?
अगर हम सोच लें कि गोरखपुर शहर हमारा है, हमें इसकी सफाई रखनी चाहिए तो साफ़ रहेगा, लेकिन हम समझते हैं हमारे जो एक जनप्रतिनिधि होते हैं, जनप्रतिनिधि कहते हैं कि मैं जीत जाऊंगा तो उस पोखरे को चमका दूंगा। तो इसलिए हम लोग मतदान करके लापरवाह हो जाते हैं।
Dr. Shiraz Waji is a leading environmentalist from Gorakhpur. He represents a small minority of citizens whose voice against the city's environmental decay is finally being heard. Their first victory reflects in the city's most splendid landmark, Ramgarh Tal.
सिटीजन्स ने एक इनिशिएटिव लिया कि हमारी लेक को कंजर्व होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये हमारी प्रॉपर्टी है, हमारी ओनरशिप है इसकी। रामगढ़ ताल संरक्षण मंच बना, सिटीज़न ग्रुप इस तरीके का फॉर्म हुआ। उन्होंने डिमांड करना शुरू किया और डिमांड किया इलेक्टेड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव से, गवर्नमेंट से, जो हमारे मिनिस्टर्स थे उनसे भी बात किया और इस तरीके से एक पूरा प्रोसेस चला। गवर्नमेंट ने रिस्पॉन्ड किया और तब जा कर के कहीं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट ने एक प्रपोज़ल को अप्रूव किया, जो करीब 124 करोड़ का एक प्रोजेक्ट रामगढ़ ताल के लिए आ सका।
In 2008, an initiative by the Rockefeller Foundation called the Asian Cities Climate Change Resilience Network brought together 10 cities in Asia to demonstrate practical strategies for responding to climate change. The objective was to help each city become resilient at the local level. Gorakhpur was one such city. It took a couple of years and a vigorous engagement among local experts, climate scientists, the city government and the citizens, particularly the poor, before Gorakhpur got its very own climate change resilience strategy.
हम लोग गोरखपुर में क्लाइमेट रेजिलियंस के ऊपर और वल्नरेबिलिटीज़ के ऊपर काम कर रहे थे, तो ऐसा हम लोगों को लगा कि बहुत साफ दो ग्रुप हैं गोरखपुर शहर में। एक वो ग्रुप है कि जो अफेक्टेड है, जो गरीब लोग हैं, बाहर से आए हैं, बसे हैं, नए हैं या पुराने भी हैं तो अफेक्टेड ज़्यादा हैं। और एक वो ग्रुप है जो चेंज मेकर्स की भूमिका निभाता है, चेंज एजेंट्स की भूमिका निभाता है। डॉक्टर्स हैं, लॉयर्स हैं, शिक्षक हैं, जो हमारे ग्रास रूट लेवल के लीडर्स हैं। तो ये दोनों ग्रुप बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं अगर हम रेजिलियंस की बात करते हैं। इनमें से किसी एक को छोड़ दिया जाए तो रेजिलियंस की कहानी पूरी नहीं होती है।
The task of involving the poor and vulnerable groups began in the bylanes of Maheva, an urban slum devoid of every basic amenity. Come monsoon and the ward submerged. Change was triggered by the Gorakhpur Environment Action Group, which involved every household in the ward in micro-planning and built community groups around health, waste and sanitation. And then the community members themselves led the action on ground zero. Waste that was thrown on the streets got collected from every doorstep. Drains were fixed through community participation. New tap connections were put in place. Quite clearly, Maheva was reborn in a new avatar and became a learning model of an urban, climate-resilient community. But the question still remained on how to take this learning beyond the confines of Maheva.
गोरखपुर रेजिलियंस स्ट्रैटेजी की सफलता से, जैसे कि महेवा वार्ड में हमने देखा, हमें ये समझ में आया कि कहीं ये जो प्रयास हो रहे हैं ये एक तरफा ही होके ना रह जाएं, कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि ये यहीं ख़त्म हो जाएं। तो हमें बहुत ज़रूरी लगा कि शायद हमको ये देखना चाहिए कि ये सारी जो स्ट्रैटेजी में रिकमेंडेशंस है ये कैसे मेन स्ट्रीम हो सकती हैं, किस तरह से ये शहरी विकास की जो पूरी प्रक्रिया है उसके अंदर आ सकती है। और इसी के लिए टेरी ने जितने भी रेगुलेशंस हैं शहर से रिलेटेड, शहरीकरण से रिलेटेड, स्टेट लेवल पे और सिटी के लेवल पे, उनको रिव्यू किया और ये जानने की कोशिश करी कि किस तरह से प्रेजेंट लेजिस्लेशंस में, लॉज में हम चेंजेस ला सकते हैं ताकि क्लाइमेट स्ट्रैटेजीज़ उसमें इंटीग्रेट हो सके, और किस तरह से और कौन से नए लॉज या नीतियाँ बनाने की ज़रूरत है जिससे कि शहरों को हम क्लाइमेट प्रूफ कर सकें, न केवल गोरखपुर बल्कि और अन्य शहर जो भारत में इसी तरह की समस्याओं को जूझ रहे हैं।
Terry's recommendations have given Gorakhpur a clear roadmap to emerge as a climate-resilient city. Yes, it has enormous challenges ahead, but they are not impossible. There is reason to believe that if citizens persist, governments respond, and together they can rewrite the tales of Gorakhpur.